This is Kyle Brown, the host of the hottest new cooking show in America. It is called Chef of the City. I got two great chefs battling out in the semifinal round today, Chef Hector Sanchez and Chef BJ Cooks. Tune in to see who's gonna make it to the finale. Things are really heating up outside and they're getting scorching in this kitchen. See who's gonna win. Here we take a look at the Chef of the City bracket. In quarterfinal number 1, Chef Nia defeated Chef Nate. And then we had a wonderful quarterfinal number 2 where Chef Oceana defeated Chef Casey. One of the chefs we'll see today, Chef Hector Sanchez, defeated Chef Red in the third quarterfinal. And the other chef that we'll see today, Chef BJ Cooks, defeated Chef LaFleur in a tight quarterfinal number 4. As you saw on our last episode, Chef Nia defeated Chef Oceana to advance to the finale. And today we will find out in our last semifinal who's going to win between Chef Hector Sanchez and Chef BJ Cooks.
It's Chef BJ Cooks. I'm here competing again in Chef of the City. I'm ready to get to the final round. I'm taking Hector out today, baby.
How you guys doing this morning? My name is Chef Hector Sanchez, competing in Chef of the City. I'm going against Chef BJ, which is about to lose.
Who am I here with today?
All right, I'm Chef Brandon. I go by BJ Cooks.
All right, where you from? What's your experience?
All right, so I'm from originally from Norfolk, Virginia, 757, Tidewater area of Virginia. I've been in Columbia for about the last 18 years. Classically trained out of Augusta, Georgia. I'm at Helms College, and yeah.
Where all have you cooked at? Where are you cooking at? What you got going on?
All right, so I've cooked in Augusta, Georgia, at Augusta National, the Masters. I've cooked in Columbia at Pearl's Oyster Bar, Liberty Tap Room, Pugin Southern Kitchen, you know, Iron Hill Brewery, opened them up.
Who am I here with today?
Chef Hector Sanchez.
Where you from? Tell us your background.
Columbia, South Carolina. My background, I'm Afro-Puerto Rican, born in New York, raised in Columbia.
Okay. What got you into the culinary field?
What got me in, I got out the Marine Corps, fell into it, and the culinary field found me.
All right. Where else have you cooked around the world?
Italy, Thailand, Philippines, some of Europe, a lot of the South, some New York too.
All right, we're back with an exciting semifinal round in Chef of the City. I got two incredible chefs. To the left of me, I got Chef Hector Sanchez, all the way from New York, but he's cooked in kitchens all over the world, and he's a military veteran who's always ready to compete and bring war to the kitchen. And to the right of me, I got Chef BJ Cooks, and man, he thinks about food when he wakes up. He thinks about it before he goes to sleep. When he's tucking his kids at night, he's still thinking about food and not them. All he thinks about is food, and he's coming to win and bring some delicious flavors to the contest. Let's see who's going to advance to the finale of Chef of the City. As always with Chef of the City, we're bringing some surprises to the contest. I told y'all that you had a surprise coming, but I didn't tell you exactly what it was. I gave you a $100 budget to prepare 10 plates. The surprise is you're gonna split your ingredients in half. So you gotta cook 5 dishes of your own ingredients and 5 dishes of your competitors' ingredients today.
Okay.
And that's what our two contests are. So that's gonna determine who the real chefs in the city is, because you gotta cook somebody else's food, see if you can make a better dish than them with their own food. So that's our surprise today on Chef of the City. See which one of these guys can cook with the other person's food.
I got it.
All right, we're back at Chef of the City. Everybody's favorite part of the show. We introduce our judges, let the people get to meet 3 of my favorite people. So to the left of me, I got Kill Hunger. In the middle, I got Miss Christina. And over to the far left, we got the other Kyle on the show, the most important Kyle, the one that everybody loves as opposed to hating me. So we got Kyle, Killhunger, and Christina. I'm going to let them tell a little bit about themselves real quick. Give them a quick rundown if you hadn't seen the previous episodes. Tell us who you are. We'll start with you.
Well, my name is Celebrity Chef Glenn of Geno's Private Catering, and from Columbia, South Carolina, Northeast area. And I service pretty much everywhere, as long as you got that bag for me to come. So there's that.
All right.
My name is Christina. I do social media, and I'm not a chef, but I like to cook and I like to eat.
And I'm Kyle, Chef Kyle. I love culinary, I love cooking, passion of mine. Been cooking for about almost 20 years now, and I'm just excited to see how we're gonna turn up Columbia, where I'm from, hometown, and see who the chef of the city is here.
Hey guys, welcome back to Chef of the City. I'm Jasmine, your co-host. We have here Chef BJ. Congratulations, welcome back.
Thank
You're
you,
now
thank
on the
you.
semifinals. How do you feel?
I feel great. You know what I'm saying? I'm here ready. We're gonna have a great day today.
Okay, do you feel more or less confident with the dish that you're gonna be making for us today?
Today I feel real confident. You know, it's a great dish. I feel like I can really, you know, put my own touch on it. You know, BJ cooks on it, and you know, I feel real confident.
Okay, what are you preparing for us?
All right, today, so I'm gonna do a seafood fried rice.
Seafood fried rice.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. I've never heard that one before.
Okay, so you know, it's gonna be a traditional fried rice, but I'm gonna add some seafood to it, some shrimp, some lobster tail, crab meat, some fresh veggies. It'll be real good, and then I'm gonna add, you know, my own touch to it.
Okay, and then, well, so you say you're gonna add your own touch. What's gonna be special? Is there a certain ingredient? Is there a certain technique?
Well, definitely the technique. So basically, I'm taking some, you know, regular food, everyday food that everybody loves, and a fried rice, and really elevating it up, and let you know, and just something like you never had before.
Okay, well, I'm definitely waiting to see that. Is there anything that is challenging about this dish?
You know, the fact that, you know, me and the competitor, we had to switch ingredients. He had to get half of my ingredients, and so, you know, that's a little challenge. But you know, I think I'm ready for it.
Okay, and I was gonna, bringing that up, how do you feel about this surprise?
You know, it's good. There's nothing I can handle. I'm gonna beat him. I'm not headed out. It's all good. I knew something was coming, so it's all good.
Need something to tell me?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Well, I know you're gonna put it down on the table, so I'm gonna let you get straight to it. Good luck,
All right.
okay?
Thank you.
Welcome back, Chef Hector, to the show. I'm excited to see that you're back. I want to know what you're cooking. How do you feel? Are you confident?
I'm very confident in my dish. I won the last round. I'm gonna win this round. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go get it.
Okay. Well, are you more or less confident?
Can't be any more confident than I am right now. So, same amount of confident.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about what you're gonna be cooking?
Facts. So right now, my main dish is my play on chicken and waffles. So I'm doing chicken and beignets. So I'm doing a hot honey fried chicken with KFC chicken and house-made beignet.
One thing about it, you always tell me something I've never heard of before. So I love it. I love that you're bringing this to the show. Can you tell me if there's anything that's challenging about this dish that maybe your competitor won't know what to do with?
No. I think you know my competitor. He seems like a good kid. Yeah, but I think we should be. I think it should be good to go.
All right, we're back at Chef of the City with our semifinals. We got two great chefs, Chef Hector Sanchez, who did a duck with risotto last time and then did a crab cake.
That was amazing.
And we got Chef BJ Cooks, who did the teriyaki lamb chops, and he as well did the ribeye steak. So we got two great chefs. What are we looking forward to seeing from these chefs this time? Anything? Are we excited?
Very excited. I'm excited for both, but I'm very excited for Chef Hector, the one that did the crab cake.
That sounds extremely biased.
I'm not being biased because I don't know what chef is which chef today, but all I know is that last time he came, he won for sure. His food was amazing, so
He does
I'm
have the
excited.
highest score of this contest so far. So he does have
He
the
was
highest.
amazing.
I don't know. I just feel like whatever maybe you did last round, that was like, because obviously you made it through to the next round. So whatever you did, you shouldn't make those same mistakes again. This is a
Right.
new round, and like she said, it's kind of like almost two chefs, two heavy hitters going at it. That you should be on on your A game and be ready to go, because winner goes to the finals.
Yeah.
You one step closer to that title.
To the title, to the money, to the trophy.
To everything.
Chef BJ, I don't know if it's the kitchen that's hot or the competition.
Yeah. Big talk. I see you. I hear you.
Look, I got two of the biggest heads in here. So right now we're gonna figure out who's gonna be the chef of the city.
I mean, you don't got to figure it out. You don't got to figure it out. You ain't got to figure it out. Not too much longer.
Not too much longer?
Not too much longer.
Okay, well, I will say this. It was a very close competition with you and Chef LaFleur. How do you feel? Do you think that maybe it's going to be the same way with Chef Hector, or do you think it's going to be just knocked out the park?
I mean, you know, Chef Hector, he's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? Great chef. And so, you know, I believe he's going to bring something to the table. It's not going to be enough, though. It's not going to be enough. Yeah, it's going to look nice. It's not going to be enough, though.
All right, then. Well, let's see.
So obviously you've passed through one test in this competition. You're into the You're on the semifinal round. Do you feel more confident in the kitchen, knowing what to expect, or?
Honestly, you can't be no more confident than I was last time. I just have an aura about me.
You have an aura about you. So, but you knew what to expect with the same kitchen. You know, it's gonna be crowded, cameras in your face, people asking you questions.
Yeah.
And how, you like people back here asking you questions? Does it bother you at all?
It doesn't bother me at all. Like I said, I did 10 years in Marine Corps, you know, infantry, you know, scout sniper, so all this type of stuff around me, it doesn't faze me at all.
How you feel being on a show? You got cameras in your face, people interviewing you. Does that bother you, or you like it, or what?
No, I actually like it, especially this go around. The first round, you know, going against LaFleur, I was like, you know, really trying to soak it up and, you know, figure it out. But now, this being, you know, this kind of felt like the playoffs a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I kind of had my groove going, you know.
Okay, so you felt more comfortable today.
Yeah, I felt a whole lot comfortable today. Come on, Kyle. Come on, Kyle.
I like your confidence, man. That's good. You about to lose, man.
A little superstitious. I had that same side last time, so I'm gonna stick with it. Today, baby. And in here.
Chef, we're almost done with the first competition. How are you feeling? How's your entree coming along?
Oh, I feel real good. I kind of stumbled a little earlier. I was talking with Chef and I burnt some of my onions, but it's all good. I had to throw them away. It's all good though, but I feel real good. I bounced back real quick. He thought you had one up his sleeve.
He thought he had a...
Yeah, he thought I seen him little snigger off to the side when I threw it away. It's all good though.
Okay, so did you have any extra onions? Or gonna put onions in there, or is it gonna be no onions?
Oh, it's gonna be onions in there. We good. Yeah, absolutely.
And can you tell me what's going on in there? I see the cabbage, shrimp.
Yeah.
What all ingredients are in there?
I got some crab meat in there. I got some lobster meat, shrimp, some carrots, onions, some green onion scallions. Yeah, some fish sauce, some oyster sauce. Yeah.
And what would you want what would you want the judges to know about this dish specifically?
I mean,
anything special? Is there anything that influenced you?
Not really. You know, I just was thinking, you know, what is something that I know everybody loves is fried rice, and then I added a little southern flair to it with make it seafood, put some lobster tail meat in there, and you know, some shrimp and some real good southern, good quality, you know, fried rice.
Well, we got some southern judges in there, and I'm pretty sure they're prepared to taste this meal.
Awesome.
I'll let you get to it.
Thank you.
Wow, Chef, you're already done. We still have about 13 minutes on the clock. Do you think that you might need to add some more, or you think that's the final product? How do you feel?
I feel very confident. After looking at my competitor's dish, I don't need to add anything to my dish at all.
You think it's perfect?
Perfect.
You ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Chefs, please finish garnishing your dishes. We're at the end of the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up. How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel good.
Okay, this is the final product. Is there anything that you're worried about? Is there anything that you want the judges to know about your dish? These are the last things you can say.
Hey, listen. This is the best fried rice you ever had right here. It's taking Hector out. Let's go.
Thank you to our server who was brought down from heaven. Her name is Angel, and she has brought out 3 wonderful dishes for our judges today. What we have in front of us, Chef A has prepared a hot honey chicken wings with house-made beignets. It's kind of their own play on chicken and waffles, as chicken and waffles are a big southern staple right now, but we want to put his own flair on those. So, brioche bread with hot honey powdered sugar. So, and then obviously hot honey chicken wings as well. So if y'all would like to go ahead and dig in, let's see how it tastes. Why do you think you're going to win?
My talent, my background speaks for itself.
All right. Biggest concern with this show? Biggest concern with the
Biggest concern, nothing really. The only thing that's standing in my way is myself.
All right, so we've all had a chance to taste this dish. I'm going to start out with Chef Glenn Brown.
Sure.
Plating presentation on this dish. What are your thoughts?
Presentation was very different. I wouldn't it looked, I'm not gonna say it looked bad. The chicken looked rather good, and the chicken was pretty good. For the name of it, hot honey, the name of the dish was hot honey chicken and beignets, right?
Right.
All together, that's probably like a good tablespoon of honey of the sauce. It's almost like a garnish.
Yeah.
And that's no exaggeration. There's a lot more powdered sugar on here. There's a plethora of powdered sugar. This is powdered sugar chicken. And that's okay.
How you feeling on the taste of this dish?
The taste-wise, like the beignet was really good. It's just I didn't get any of the sauce with my chicken. So for it to be labeled as hot honey chicken, I was slightly disappointed I didn't have enough. I like my wings, if I'm going to have it a sauce wing, I like my wing sauced. So that was slightly disappointing. And I thought maybe like it was like flavored different and not like the little sauce was maybe for decoration and for the beignet. But technically, I guess that was the hot honey that was going with the wing. So I was kind of disappointed that I didn't have enough flavor.
Okay. What do you think was the best thing on this plate and the worst thing on this plate, or something that you would change about this plate?
I would have changed the sauce, and definitely you don't need that much powdered sugar. I mean, you could have designed it better, like, you know, plated it. You don't need all that powdered sugar. It's more powdered sugar than it is hot honey sauce.
So you would have switched the amount of hot honey and the amount of powdered
amounts.
Sugar. All right. What about you, Miss Christina? Best thing on the plate and one thing you would have changed about this plate?
The best thing I would say, probably the chicken. The chicken had seasoning on it, but it was just normal fried chicken. There was no, for it to be labeled as hot honey, I had no sauce either. And I even tried to dip it in the little bit of sauce that there was, and I still didn't get enough sauce. So
Well, there wasn't
I just feel
enough
like
to even try
to
do
try to
that.
dip it. So I just feel like it was labeled wrong completely.
Okay. And you said the chicken was good, just not enough sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, you might have had more time to sauce it up, but
So, I mean, I think it's a fair criticism if you want to speak on it. We
Yeah.
do have a 45-minute timer here,
And you
the
were-
chef wanted their dish out because it was ready and wanted it hot. So you still had 12 minutes on the clock when it's finished. So
like I said, the beignet was good. Maybe that's why you rushed to try to get out. Like, I ain't gonna say it's the best beignet I ever had, but
why do you think that's going to be a winning dish today?
People like chicken and waffles. We down south, and it's something different. It's not, your basic run-of-the-mill chicken and waffles. People love beignets. I think beignets is considered probably one of the top pastries in the States, from Louisiana, and it's fried chicken. Who doesn't love fried chicken?
His dish was pretty good. I actually liked it. He made some beignets from scratch, and I made beignets in the past before, and it's a very, time consuming. You gotta actually, hit the measurements. When you're dealing with pastry, you know what I'm saying, that's something real big. Anybody can't just get in there and start measuring, putting baking soda, flour, oil, water. Everybody can't do that. So that's real dope of him.
Best and worst thing about the plate.
I would say the best part is probably the chicken or the sauce. The worst thing was definitely the amount of powdered sugar and just like how the beignet was done. I would have done it just a tad differently or suggested be done a tad differently. Number one being that it's a honey or a hot honey dish, then that could have had a lot of more sauce on that. Because it's like a waffle, like we're going for the idea of chicken and waffles. Chicken and waffles is great, but nobody wants a dry waffle, right? We want sauces. We want to put sauce for the waffle. And without that, it just makes it just a really doughy aspect of your entree. And that's really all I got. And,
If I went to a restaurant and
Right.
ordered this, I'd be really upset.
You would be upset.
I would be upset because I paid for this and I didn't get what I paid for.
So
This
for
is
presentation,
chicken and bread.
So that would be more presentation.
Yeah, it
right?
looks
But-
pretty.
Well,
No, as
presentation.
far as,
hold on,
like,
hold on.
the name, if they say, "Oh, this is hot honey," and we look at it and it's not hot honey.
Yeah, there's no hot honey
presentation,
sauce.
That's like
But the presentation kind of got ruined with the powdered sugar. Now
the
the presentation.
presentation had a lot of stuff wrong with it,
Yeah.
honestly. But I mean,
Oh, just
All right. Miss Angel, if you would be so inclined, please take these from me, from the table. Make sure we keep them separated so we can box them. You saw what your opponent today was cooking. You saw what they went with the seafood fried rice. What did you think about their dish?
This was he executed very good. It's awesome to go against another young chef in the city. That's somebody that looks like me. So I had a fun time. I had a very fun time.
Okay. I heard y'all talking a little trash back here. Did you enjoy it? Have a good-
Yeah, of course. I'm very competitive. I'm a Division I athlete, Marine Corps, so I'm very competitive. And like I said, it's always good to go and get some good competition. Friendly competition never hurt anybody.
I heard there was a lot of trash talk going on back here in the kitchen. How'd that go?
I mean, it was good competition. From the time I walked in the kitchen, me and Chef, we hit it off, and I could tell, like, he really knew what he was doing. And he really brought the competitiveness out of me, and so we really hit it off, and great competitiveness, and it was real fun today. We was able to talk some shit, and it was fun.
Now you got 45 minutes on the timer. You chose to finish your dish a little earlier. You think there was good strategy, bad strategy? Or
Actually, it wasn't a strategy. I thought we needed it, and I threw it out there. And at the end of the day, I'm not worried. Like I said, the dish speaks for itself. I could have been 15 minutes late or 15 minutes early, still gonna be good.
Still gonna be good.
Not worried.
What entree are you preparing for us today?
First round, I'm going seafood fried rice. So I'm gonna do some shrimp, some crab meat, some lobster tail meat, a real traditional fried rice, but I'm gonna add some more southern flair to it. So we're gonna use some bacon fat, some onion, garlic, some ginger too. We threw in there, and a real good dish. And I finished it with some sesame and almond crunch on top. And then I did like a sweet hoisin drizzle over top.
The Angel flew in from Miami just to be here and deliver us plates today. And today she has presented for us, Chef B has prepared seafood fried rice with lobster, crab, and shrimp. And it's garnished with a sesame almond crunch. So,
wow.
my judges, please go ahead and taste this. As I said, it is a seafood fried rice with lobster, crab, and shrimp, and then garnished with a sesame almond crunch. So,
does it say what the sauce
I'm excited
is?
about this.
sesame?
You don't sound positive at all.
Don't. I asked them to tell me everything that they could want said about their dish, and that's what they tell me. So, if they don't tell me, that's on them.
That's good.
That is good.
What is the toughest part of the dish that you make?
I say making sure nailing the fried rice. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you make fried rice, you kind of want to use day-old rice. Some sticky rice. So when I first got in the kitchen, I had to get the water going and get the rice on the stove to make sure that my rice would be real good rice consistency. You don't want a nice smushy rice.
Okay. What do you think is the highlight of your dish?
I would definitely say the flavor and the presentation. It looked amazing. It looked amazing on the plate. You was able to get all your seafood flavors, your crab meat, your shrimp, your lobster tail, and then you had a contracts, and you had your cabbage in there, your carrots, but you also had some crunch with the almonds and the sesame.
All right. What do you want the judges to know about your dish?
Just I want them to know, like, hey, this is some fried rice, some good Southern seafood fried rice. Yeah.
Best thing and worst thing about the dish, or best thing and what you would have done differently.
Best thing was the crunch in the sauce. I did love it because it went with the fried rice. It was different textures. The tail on my shrimp is the worst thing.
Tail on the shrimp.
Cause like if I didn't sit here and was like, yo, I tasted, but where's my? It was like, oh, there's seafood and there's shrimps in there too, and I found it, and I was like, oh, well, there's a tail. You're not supposed to dig through your meal. You're not supposed to work to enjoy your food.
For sure, I agree with that. That's why I'm not a big fan of crab legs.
Especially not on the rice.
Not on the rice, not on a fried rice.
Yeah.
Cause you're just supposed to shovel it.
Did yours have tails?
No.
I say mine didn't, and I had a lot of shrimp though.
So
So
that
maybe
was
that was
the
just your
error.
plate.
That's an error. That's
That
still
is,
an
yeah,
error.
that is
That's
error.
But like, it just sucks that this error made it to the judges where it could have been just a little photo op.
Yeah.
Cool.
But you got to choose the plates you send out.
Kyle, might take a bite of that dish later on.
Yeah.
Tail, pop.
Best thing on your plate and what you would do differently, Christina.
Best thing on my plate was, I like the sauce and the almonds on my rice. What I would do differently, probably add a little bit more shrimp.
A little more
I had a
shrimp.
decent amount, but yeah, probably a little bit more shrimp.
Plenty of crab and lobster though, or just
Yeah, but I feel like that was so mixed in with the rice that I was able to taste that. The shrimp, I was able to like,
you had to dig for them.
yeah.
My
on
opinion
the
is
bottom.
like you might not have needed to do as much or the bacon at all. Maybe a little more shrimp, but I really think it was like perfect portioned. Definitely, and the focus points hit everything. The sauce, the crunch. You just knew it was a seafood fried rice.
Best thing and what you would change about the dish, Kill Hunger.
The best thing about the dish, I would say, is definitely the presentation. The whole presentation was very nice. The worst thing about it is the sodium amount, the amount of salt in here. The problem is seafood is already naturally, every protein in here already is salty. Okay, you got lobster tail, you got shrimp,
Crab.
you got crab, and you have bacon. So this is kind of a surf and turf. Like I say, it's creative. In a way, this is surf and turf.
Right.
But every protein in here has salt. So the flavor of the rice, I like it a lot. Maybe if there was less salt in the flavor of the rice, and you let that natural salt of those other proteins make up for that, it would have came together beautifully. But it was just like way too much salt for me. But I can recognize that the flavor without the salt would have been really great.
After the first round, you trailing a little bit going into the second round. You think you can make it up, or?
Oh yeah, of course. I went in the first round. Underestimated my competitor, so I see what he can do. So now it's time to go in the second round and take it home.
So after the first round, you're a little bit ahead going into the second round. How you feeling?
All right. I mean, yeah, I knew the fried rice was gonna do what it needed to do. It's beignet and that chicken. It was good, but I kind of knew we would be pushing for it like this.
Thoughts on sending your dish out early? Would you do it? Would you not do it?
I wouldn't do it. In the fairness of all of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't do it. You have a certain amount of time, because if you didn't have enough time, you're going to be deducted for what you didn't get done.
Yeah.
So if you got done early, doesn't mean we stop what we're doing and send it out. No, your plate will continue to sit there until time is available.
And I did
Wait
allow
till
them
time
to
is-
bring it out.
yeah.
But my thing is with another 12 minutes, maybe.
I'm gonna say you could have added with the 12. If you're gonna send it out early, your plate should have been perfect.
Yeah,
If you had 12 minutes, add more sauce to it, and your score would have been way better.
I mean, even add a little.
I mean, we
I'm
also
not
don't
exactly
know.
sure what type of side you go, but I mean, if you're doing a play on chicken and waffles, maybe you do some breakfast thing with it. Anything you're looking forward to for the rest of the day?
I'm looking forward to see who's going to win because these guys are back here and they got some smack that they're talking. So I want to see who's really going to be the best of the best.
Do I have to worry about a fight back here?
You might.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
One of them was in the Marines. I ain't breaking that shit up. Like,
No, we're good back here. I got it down pat.
I'm going to count on my insurance to cover this. So. All right. Well, thank you, Jasmine. Love having you back here in the kitchen. I'm going to go back out and check with the judges. So keep things going. Hold the kitchen down for me.
I will. Stay tuned.
I'm interested to see if somebody today is, because last time both chefs chose the opposite route and they cooked completely totally different dishes, than which I thought was creative and unique. But I'm interested to see if somebody's going to take that strategy and just try and cook the same thing better than that person. So
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be pretty mad if you just cooked the same exact thing I just cooked. If I was the first chef.
There's situations where I would do that.
Nah, but
I
would
would
you
do
even
that.
matter if you cook the same? If they cook the same thing as you and beat you?
Yeah,
Like,
I'd be really
ranked
upset. I'd be really upset leaving the
Like, you know
competition
what's
that day
really
because
better?
you took my plate.
yeah,
Well, the
took my
emotions
dish.
of the loser don't matter.
yeah, the most, yeah.
Be
Yeah,
mad,
that is
so-
true.
Chef, that rice you made, chef's kiss. I really love the cabbage in there as well. Can you tell me what you're going to be making with his ingredients?
All right, so today what I'm gonna do is he had some chicken. So he said he was making a play on chicken and waffles. And I feel like his beignets, they looked amazing. But I chose not to defer with using his beignets. We're gonna stay in the chicken and waffle realm. So I went to the pantry and I got some Jiffy cornbread mixing. And I'm gonna do a cornbread waffle, fried chicken with a cornbread waffle.
Okay,
With a
that sounds
little honey
delicious.
sriracha glaze or something like that. Still working through that right now.
Okay. All right, Chef Hector, we're on to the second round where we're doing surprise. Talk to me, what we're going to be doing with his ingredients.
Well, I'm making a Malaysian fried rice. He was doing a fried rice, and I just told him, I'm probably gonna make it better than you can. So, just wanted to make something that, and fried rice is one of my favorite meals too.
Okay, is there going to be any other ingredients that you're going to use that he didn't?
Yeah. So I'm using a couple other really Southeast Asian ingredients. I'm using fish sauce from Thailand. I'm using shrimp paste, which is from the Philippines, and I'm using some other parts of Asia. I'm using gochujang, which is a Korean chili paste in Korea. I'm using ponzu. Ponzu is Japanese, so I'm using a lot of ingredients from different parts of Asia.
And that's what I like. You always bring new cultures into the kitchen. I love it.
All right, so we've tasted entree number one. Like we discussed a little bit earlier, the challenge of this round is you have to cook with the other person's ingredients. So the other person had to buy enough ingredients for you to prepare your own dish or recook the same thing they cooked and just try and do it better. So now we have seen what these two chefs have prepared. Dish A had chicken wings and beignets, powdered sugar, and some sauce somewhere. We might not have seen it on the plate, but it's got to be there somewhere. So that's for dish A. And then dish B, we had the fried rice, and then there's obviously also you got shrimp, you got lobster meat, you got crab meat, you got bacon. So you got all types of meat there to use. Y'all cooking the same thing as them, different? Which one you think's easier to recreate? It's a bunch of questions rolled into one, but
I honestly feel like the fried rice, you might be able to switch it up and do something different.
A lot of ways.
A lot of ways. The beignet and chicken, that's gonna have to be one of them. Like I could do it better type things.
it's gonna be.
I think
Well,
so
you know what I'm
too.
saying? Like it's
'Cause
not
what else
like
are you gonna do with that? There's really not too many ingredients.
if
in
you're gonna
that.
copy the same dude's dish, you obviously think you could do it better.
Yeah.
But I mean, what really can you do? Like chicken wing sandwich?
Ooh, that sounds kind of good.
A chicken sandwich. Yeah, you can do a chicken sandwich.
Honestly, what else can you do though?
I mean,
honestly,
there's all types. You don't have to fry the chicken.
You're right. You're right. But
There's different ways to handle a chicken wing. A chicken sandwich isn't a bad idea. That would be.
it's not. Now that he
something
said it.
And you got the hot honey sauce that you could actually use on this one. Turn into
Okay,
like
look at you.
You can turn it into a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
oh, Popeyes.
But
Shout out. No
and you
shout
can,
out.
if you have some of your ingredients left over, you can use a little bit of them too. So
I think the rice will definitely be easier if I had those coming towards me
Yeah.
instead of having bread and chicken coming towards me.
Yeah.
I'd
Because the
rather
rice
be,
has
I'd
so
rather
much
be the
stuff.
one getting the rice.
I would rather be the one getting the rice as like the switch up, and now I'm grabbing rice, crab legs, lobster tails, shrimp.
There's so
'Cause
much you could do with
I
that.
can do so much with that.
Yeah, you can do anything, and you don't have to use all of them.
No.
Exactly.
So you can, You can do a shrimp fried rice, or you can do lobster. You can do all
But
types.
technically, the other dish is 3 ingredients. It's
Do you think that
powdered
they're gonna
sugar,
recreate
chicken, and
the-
beignet.
I feel like the first guy's probably gonna create it.
Recreate it.
Recreate
That's
it.
what I
But I
think.
feel like the second dish is not gonna get recreated. The way he did the fried rice, I think he's gonna do it different.
So I threw a surprise at y'all today. I gave you a $100 budget, buy enough for 10 plates, enough food for 10 plates. But when you got here, I made you split your ingredients in half. How do you feel about that curveball I threw at you?
Well, honestly, it wasn't really a curveball. Doing 10 years in Marine Corps, I can adapt and overcome. And also, too, I think it's probably a curveball for my opponent because fried rice is one of my signature dishes. So as soon as I seen he was making a fried rice, because me and him were almost using the same ingredients, so it was probably a curveball to him.
Bigger curve. So you were
Yes.
ready. You were ready for that challenge.
Well, not ready, but it's one of those dishes that I happen to do really good, and it was fried rice,
So you think to knock the curveball out of the park?
of course.
So you got to cook another dish with his ingredients. How you feeling about that surprise?
That was definitely a surprise to be able to do that. And, I was looking at it like, man, he got beignets that he, took the time and prepared with, he had some chicken wings. And I told him, I said, hey, man, if I use these beignets, we really just got a fried chicken competition. So I said, let's take it above that. I was like, let's make it about the chicken and waffle. So I went ahead and there was some Jiffy mix in there. I ain't had no baking soda, so I had to say, all right, what can I do? And so I grabbed a box of Jiffy mix and flipped the waffle into it.
The ingredients that you gave, you think they're pretty difficult for him to work with?
I would say, shrimp paste, shrimp sauce, and nothing saying against him, but it is a really hard ingredient that especially Americans don't know how to use. So shrimp paste is real Southeast Asian. Fish sauce is big in Southeast Asian. There's a couple other ingredients that's not typical that your average, I don't want to say average, but your typical American chef cooker uses.
You can cook the same thing they cook in, or you can do something a little different. Why'd you choose to do what you did?
I mean, when I saw chicken and waffles, I knew for a fact I was gonna come in with it. I know for a fact my fried chicken is the best ever fried chicken. Everybody, family, friends, they know fried chicken is my thing. So when I seen it was fried chicken, I said, oh, that's nothing. So I'm definitely gonna keep that wheelhouse. Then my sauce, I knew I had one of the greatest sauce, hot honey sauce. I knew that was easy to make too. So I said, all right, what play can I do on this beignet? So I went with the cornbread waffle.
Chef, so I see that we're about to go ahead and put the chicken in there. Can you tell me a little bit about the ingredients that you're using in flour?
Yeah, I did it like a southern take. So on my fried chicken, so I did like a Texas Pete and mustard brine on there. So I just had it sitting in Texas Pete and mustard and some seasonings, black pepper, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and kind of just thyme, some dry thyme, and just let it sit in that for a little bit. And then I just took chef's flour and just kind of breaded it up in that and dropping it now.
Okay, and then what do you think is key to have good chicken?
You want to make sure you don't burn it, and you want to cook it nice and slow, so I like the fryer to be at like 325. Cook it nice and get it nice and golden brown. You want to make sure when you put your chicken in, it was nice and dry. You saw how my chicken was dry going down into it, so it can come up real crispy. You see that? I know you see it. Yeah. Your chicken ain't look like that.
I know.
Your chicken ain't look like that.
Thank God it look like that.
Nah, I'm good right now.
Thank God it look like that.
Yeah. Golden brown, cooked to perfection.
I don't know, man. They only been in there like what? Like 5 minutes?
All right, you'll see.
You can serve those people medium rare chicken, man. Come on, man. You know better than that.
That's funny. I'll let that rock for a little second.
I see you're doing just 1/4 of waffles? Or?
Right now I'm just trying it out. I'm doing
Okay.
a test waffle right quick to see how the batter's coming out. Like I said, I've never made a Jiffy waffle before, but I'm just using some of my, kitchen prowess and adapting, and so I'm just try this one out right quick, see what it tastes like, see what I need to add if anything, and go from there.
How do you feel about that? That's a bold move to try something new
Yeah.
on the finale episode.
I mean, yeah, you got to adapt in the kitchen. He hit hard with the beignet and the chicken and waffle. I think it's a great concept. It would taste amazing. It looked amazing. So, I'm coming back to hit him hard too.
Okay, well, I love to see that. This sauce here, is that the sauce that you were telling me about, the sriracha honey?
Yeah, doing like a little sriracha honey syrup that I'm probably going to finish off on the waffles. I'm not done with it yet. I'm still working on it, developing the flavors.
Okay, well,
All
I'll
right.
let you get to that.
Last episode, we saw two people go with two completely different dishes, which I thought was really, really creative.
The meatballs.
I'm excited to see what they do this time because I don't know which direction either chef is gonna go. So I don't know.
We are really excited about round 2. This is a tough match. And again, this is a match amongst winners,
Yeah.
not just, people who are coming in and trying to see where they fit in. These are people who have already won their earlier rounds against other opponents. So this next round is going to be very interesting.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and toss it back to Jasmine in the kitchen, see how these competitors are doing with the wrinkle that's been thrown at them, see if they can handle it or see if it's too hot for them to handle.
So, Chef, how are those waffles coming along?
Oh, they're coming good. It tastes great. I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
You think you did a good choice on the entree that you're creating
Oh,
today?
absolutely, yes, ma'am. I think I'm doing a great job. The judges are gonna love it. It's gonna be good Southern comfort food, something you've never had. It's gonna give you a lot of flavors. You're gonna get sweet. You're gonna get spicy. You're gonna get some crunch from the chicken. Yeah, I'm gonna hit all the flavors today. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, I'll let you get to it. The creativity, we want to see creativity, presentation, and taste.
Heard that. I got it all. It's easy.
So what I'm doing is a Malaysian fried rice. It's a traditional Southeast Asian dish. All Asian countries have a fried rice. So this is so what makes it Southeast Asian. I use shrimp paste, I use fish sauce, and I use gochujang, a Korean chili paste.
That smells really delicious.
Because you can smell almost like the pugness of the shrimp. So yep.
And is there a reason why you keep the shells on the shrimp while you're cooking it, or is that going to be still in them? I mean, is the shells going to still be on them whenever you plate your entree?
Still shells on there. See?
Oh, it sure is that.
What future can Kendrick say? I'm like that. Like that. He said I woke him up. There's a big kid over here. I ain't forgot about it.
A big kid about to lose.
All right, we'll see.
Ah, shit. Hopefully it's not too salty.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up. All right, we're finished. How do you feel?
I feel confident, feel good. Beautiful day, it's a good day, had some good competition. I feel great about my dish.
Do you think this dish is the winning dish?
Yes, and I'm pretty sure you know that too, so.
Well, I can't answer that, but
you don't have to answer.
I will say it looks good. I love the presentation. I can't wait for the judges to see it.
Appreciate you, Mama, appreciate you.
All right, Chef, this is the final product. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great about it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take them out. Chef wanted to do a chicken and waffle. It's about to be the best cornbread chicken and waffle they ever had.
All right, well, after this entree goes out, that's the end of this competition, and we'll have to choose who's the chef of the city for this semifinal round.
Big chef right here.
You think it's
Big
you?
chef right here.
All
That's it right here.
Good luck.
All right.
You think your dish was better than his, though?
I mean, when you compare it, you know what I'm saying? I took a box of Jiffy Mix and made a cornbread, waffle, you know what I'm saying? And, took the chicken and waffles to another level, you know what I'm saying? So I get what he was doing on his play with it with the beignet, but I mean, that cornbread chicken and waffle, that ain't nothing to play with.
I would like to make a note that obviously we have flipped the order in which the dishes are brought out. So technically this is Chef B's dish, even though it's being brought out first. Recreation on Chef A's entree. What we have here is a cornbread chicken and waffle with a hot honey sriracha sauce and obviously some scallions mixed in. But go ahead, dig in. Also, again, as always, thank you to the beautiful Angel for providing us with these plates today. The best server that we've ever had on this show.
Not too much.
Most difficult part of that dish?
Having to come up with the right consistency on that cornbread waffle. I tried one out, kind of didn't work for me. I went ahead and made some more. and I was able to get the right kind of cornbread, good sweet, fluffy cornbread taste.
I'll just start by saying Chef B is probably the most creative chef we've had so far. It was very creative. That is something that I myself serve, cornbread waffles, with my brunches when requested. But
So
that
you
is
think
something.
you're creative?
I know I'm creative.
Oh, okay.
And that's not something I've heard of from nowhere. So, the fact that I'm almost wondering if he looked at my page, since y'all tagged me in these posts. But nonetheless, very creative. And yeah, it was creative. I give him that.
Okay. Christina, I'm gonna let you talk about taste this time. So
I thought it tasted really good. I really liked the cornbread waffle. Shout out to you, I guess, if you thought that was from you. That was really good though. But like he said, Chef B really did good on both of these so far. So I wouldn't be surprised.
what stood out to you about the taste of this dish? The waffle or the chicken or?
I like the sauce too, though.
The sauce.
The sauce. I feel like the
brings it all together.
sauce really. He had it on the chicken. The chicken was very flavored. Also, I like this chicken a lot more than I like the other chef's chicken. And this chicken had the hot honey on it, so this one had the actual flavor that it said it was, which I liked.
All right. Best thing about your dish, and what would you have changed?
The best thing, I'm kind of torn because I love the waffle, but I did love the crust on the chicken. So I'm gonna have to say both, and I really don't think I would change anything about the plate.
You wouldn't change anything?
I wouldn't change anything about the plate. No.
So they got a perfect score.
Almost. They almost did.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say it. I can't
So
think of
very-
anything that I
very
would
happy.
change.
All right. What about you, Chef Killhunger? Best thing about the plate, was it your cornbread waffle that you went back there and made, or something else?
I'm really proud of them because cornbread waffles are not easy to make, even with making the batter and cooking it, as y'all could tell, it was a little dark because with cornbread batter, when you make it, when you cook it, you have to cook it a little longer because they come apart so easily, unlike other waffle batters. So, I would say that's the best part of it. I'm very happy and impressed and seeing this. They're all very good. I mean, there are 4 aspects: the chicken, the waffle, the sauce, and the garnish. Nothing was really bad. So as far as best, I mean, the whole dish together itself was, and I really liked how the chicken was fried. It feels like it was a more fresher, more crispier. It was fried longer. It had the nice crunch, even though, it might not have came out immediately when it came out the grease. But because he fried it properly, there's a nice crunch there. Overall, great dish.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get Angel to go ahead and take these back, box them up for our judges, and then we're gonna see. I don't think there'll be much to box up for our friend Glenn, but because that's about to get killed. But we'll see. We'll see if Chef Bay can combat this.
So what I made for my second dish is Malaysian fried rice. So my competitor, he was making the fried rice too. And being competitive as I am, I told him, hey, let's make a fried rice off. He was down with it. So I made a Malaysian fried rice, and there's a couple different ingredients and techniques that I use that differ from his, i.e. the gochujang, the fish sauce, and the ponzu sauce.
Angel comes through as always and puts a little prayer on the table. This time what we have for us presented is a quick reminder, this is Chef A this time. A Malaysian seafood fried rice with Gulf shrimp, crab, fish sauce, and shrimp paste with Korean chili sauce and egg mixed in as well. Egg mixed into this rice. So please, judges, go ahead and try this out. How do you feel going into the judges' scoring?
Confident. I know I won just like the last time, so confident.
What do you want the judges to know about your dish?
It's let me see. Technique. It's really good food, and I executed it very well, and just that's me on a plate.
What about taste on this, Christina?
I thought it tasted all right. It wasn't bad. The seasoning was fine. It was just kind of, as Kyle said, all of our plates had tails in them. But some of my shrimp didn't have tails and some did, so I'm confused as, did you just take tails off half of them and didn't look, or you just assumed that they were all, I don't know what happened there. And it was just really wet. Like, it was just really wet. I would have liked it a little bit drier for it being fried rice.
Let's go down the line. I'll start with you this time, Kill Hunger. Favorite thing on the dish, best thing on the dish versus what you would change?
Okay. Personally, and this is just me personally, I don't think seafood rice needs bacon or any other protein for that matter. I think seafood rice, a great seafood rice just needs seafood. And that's just my opinion. Unless you're gonna blatantly call it a surf and turf rice or, you know, something like that. But if it's gonna be a seafood rice, it needs to just have seafood. Everything is cooked very well actually on here. It's just the killer is the shrimp. Like, you know, like I literally was eating it. Like I didn't see it. I mean, it's buried in there pretty well. Maybe if they were garnished around or plated on top, or if it's mixed inside of the rice, the tails need to be off. All the shells, all the tails. There's not supposed to be anything in a mixed rice that's inedible. So and then, you know, in the last round, with the dish that had tails in it, I told myself I wasn't gonna use that as a means to judge because it wasn't in my plate, right? But in this instance, it's in all of our plates. So it's almost like, you know, like
so
it
now
just
when y'all get the messed up.
it's like getting undercooked chicken almost. It's like because like, yeah, I could dig back in there, but it's almost like if I know that there's like I ate it, like I almost swallowed it. It was
like, I swear to you, like when you said you had it, and I was like, "Oh, you had it this
I thought it was
time."
gonna be
I
one
was like, I
person
thought
per
I was
round.
fair. Like I thought it was all like I could go eat now, and then I pulled one out, and then just
and then we all
got
Everybody's
one.
kind of scared to dig back
It's
in
like,
now.
you know,
Yeah.
and that's very disappointing because the taste was really good. I thought that, you know, when it came to the rices, I picked this rice because it wasn't so saucy. And I think the seafood was cooked a little better too. It was a little more tender. It was actually pretty good. However, that shrimp, that tail killed it.
killed me on the shrimp.
That tail killed it.
Killed shrimp, killed hunger. And I do think, before we go, I think it's interesting to note, we talked about it briefly, but last semifinal round we saw both chefs go completely opposite directions with their plates, despite using the same ingredients. This semifinal, they pretty much they didn't cook exactly the same thing, but pretty
Not
damn
exactly
close.
the
Pretty
same
close.
thing, but
It was pretty much
cousins.
So their cousins would look alike. So
I say it's the same thing.
yeah, I mean
It's the same thing.
It's basically
But-
It's seafood rice. Seafood
I feel
rice
like
is
you could have
seafood
did so
rice.
much different than seafood rice. You had so many ingredients. So I don't see why you did the same thing.
Right.
I don't see why you did the same thing at all. The first for the other plate, I understand because you only have 2 ingredients.
Or even
but
the style. Like, you know, there's this really popular restaurant in Charleston called Hannibal's, black owned. We use seafood and stuff. And they have this crab and shrimp rice. And ideally, yeah, you know, you get some type of seafood rice, you want to see it all mixed on it. But even there, they pile it on top. And they let you mix it yourself. And I'm not saying everybody could do that. But if you see that somebody had already did a seafood rice and they had already mixed it, why not make it a little, even with presentation?
maybe
You
they
know,
thought they
just
could
a
do it better
little.
though.
Say again?
Maybe he thought he could do it better than the other chef. He didn't.
But see, then that kind of goes back to the time clock. Like, you had extra time. You need to go back and dot your I's and cross your T's. And if you're not doing so, you miss things like 3 shrimp tails
Right.
that didn't need to be in there because why are you trying to beat the clock?
what do you think going into the judges? How you feeling?
I feel good. I think if they really judge us based off of fried rice to fried rice, chicken and waffle to chicken and waffle, I think I definitely come out on top.
So you think you did a better dish? Y'all cooked very similar dishes today.
Yeah.
You think you just did better at both of them? Now?
Absolutely, I think Chef did a great presentation. You know, he had the right flavors, but you know, mine was just a little, a step up. You know, it was a little elevated.
How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling great about what I presented to the chefs today.
I'm feeling confident, man. I feel real good. Like I said, I feel like a winner, like I always do.
You always feel like a winner. So did you think you did a better job than BJ?
Of course.
Think you did a better job than Hector?
Oh yeah, I absolutely think I did. When we get to some of the fundamental elements, I think my plates, speak for themselves.
All right. Chef Hector, I'm gonna let you introduce the two dishes you prepared for us today.
Cool. So the first dish is my play on chicken and waffles. We down south. Everybody loves chicken and waffles. So it is hot honey fried chicken wing with a house-made beignet. My dough is a brioche dough, of course, and I top it with hot honey. I made in-house, and the honey I actually bought from a local small business owner out of Blythewood, South Carolina. I'm a big supporter of small businesses and local businesses. And my second dish is a fried rice. Lived in Southeast Asia for almost 2 years. It's a beautiful fried rice, so I use shrimp. Crab and lobster. Topped it with some bacon, and it has a lot of Southeast Asian techniques and ingredients from fish sauce to shrimp paste and to ponzu sauce, which is Japanese, and gochujang, which is Korean. So it's all around Asia.
Okay. Chef BJ, I'm gonna let you introduce your dish.
All right, so first here we got we did a seafood fried rice. I did a play on the seafood fried rice. You got some lobster meat, crab meat, some jumbo shrimp. In the fried rice, I got some cabbage, carrots, minced ginger, garlic, and blended it with some oyster sauce and some soy sauce. And then I finished it with an almond and sesame stick crunch to give you some flair, give you some, another dynamic to the dish. And then I glazed it off with a hoisin glaze. And then my second dish today, I did, we did a play on chicken and waffles. So I did a cornbread chicken and waffle with a hot honey drizzle on top of that. Yeah.
All right. So I got two great chefs today. Hector over here had the highest score ever in the first round of anybody. Okay. Last week you won a close competition against Chef LaFleur, but it was a good contest. Really, really good contest. So now it's about time for me to announce the winner. This week the same chef won both rounds actually. Okay. Actually won both rounds. And who do you think it was? Who do we think it was? Anybody?
Big chef.
It was me.
Which way should I go?
Come on over here.
To your right.
Audience, anyway?
Come
on. The right?
Come on.
I like going right a lot, but this time I'm going to have to go left. Congratulations to Chef BJ Cooks. You have won. You have advanced. You have advanced to the finale.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Chef BJ Cooks, you advanced to the finale of Chef of the City. You will be facing Chef Nia in the finale of Chef of the City. Make sure you tune in next week to see our finale. We have two incredible chefs. I'm going to now taste this dish to make sure the judges made the right decision.
Yeah.
Good job, family.
Yeah.
Congratulations to both chefs. That's delicious. We'll see you on the next episode of Chef of the City. Here we take a look at the judges' scorecard of our semifinal battle between Chef Hector Sanchez and Chef BJ Cooks. As you can see, Chef BJ Cooks pulled off a big upset by a score of 206 to 178. Tune in to see Chef BJ Cooks take on Chef Nia in the finale. Judges came back. You came up a little short this time. Did you enjoy your time on Chef of the City? Speak to your experience.
Loved it. Like I said, once again, it's great to support another small business owner. It's great to go against other local chefs. So I had amazing time. Met great people.
You go into the finale as Chef of the City. How you feeling?
Oh man, I feel great. This is what I knew. I knew this is what I could do. So now I'm ready to get to the next round and go ahead and finish this thing and show everybody what I'm working with.
Anything you got to say to the people?
Hey, listen, man. Hey, this is a great show. Keep watching. We having a ball, and I love doing this.